I'm late. 2 minutes late. Let me just pull everything up. I didn't have everything prepared. Okay, we'll do the 3-minute ad and then I'll pull the Discord up. At here, stream time. And I scroll up and get my URL. That's important. There we go. Hi, Jeffrey. Yes, it's boy time. Oh, no, Jeffrey, wrong board. Oh my god, get off the keyboard. Oh, Jeffrey, why? Okay, how do I... Exit full screen, press and hold escape. There we go. Jeffrey, why? Okay, Jeffrey, stop. Started talking and he's like, boy time? I'm a boy? Is it my time? It is. It is your time, Jeffrey. You're my favorite boy. He's like, damn right. Oh, he wants smoochies. He's like, why do you need to play a game to smooch, boys? I'm right here. No, the ad time is being used to hug my cat. Because he has gotten jealous. Oh yes, look at you. Oh. Oh, he's so in. Yes, hello, Ren. Yeah, I started talking, and my cat was like, "Does that mean I get attention?" Like, no, I'm streaming. Okay, over there. Good boy. Well, that's good. Yep, no, do not go. There we go. Okay. Chapter 9, Angelic Feather. And I'm having to... Oh my god. Okay, my cat just walked over the keyboard, and I don't think anything's been messed up by that. I haven't heard anything about how durian tastes, but I've heard that it's really smelly. Okay, oh, I kind of forgot what we were up to last week. So, we've got the intense music and this boy giving us some sort of look. It smells terrible, it tastes... Yeah, that's what I've heard. Many people want you to fail more than you think. Be prepared because the next trials aren't going to be easy for you. Sarah started laughing with satisfaction as he walked away from me. A lot of people want me to fail? What was the real meaning behind Sarah's words? Oh, we're being thrown into the deep end here. After thinking about it calmly, it all made sense now. Oh, okay, so It's not a mystery. It's just like, oh yeah, no, I get it. Before the trial started, Seraph came up to me to shake hands. I'm sorry for everything. Let's start over. Yeah, I don't know why he shook his hand. Could it be that was when he sabotaged us? No wonder whatever we did to the fountain statue didn't work. If Al hadn't followed his instincts, I didn't want to imagine what would have happened. My blood was boiling. I need to see a doctor for that. Was I supposed to just accept it and move on? No. It's time for a team emergency meeting. Isn't it like midnight? I don't try. Yeah, no. I think we're explicitly not supposed to trust Seraph. Hang on. I need to keep my throat hydrated. Ash, Luke, and Val were confused when I called them. What's wrong, Tazzy? It's the boys. You look gloomy. What happened? Is something bothering you? I don't think I'm supposed to look gloomy. I think I'm supposed to look outraged. I gathered my thoughts and then started speaking. Guys, please listen to me. I told them about what Seraph did and his words in the corridor. They all listened to me without interrupting. As soon as I was finished, they were furious. So I was right. Something was wrong with the first trial. I didn't know Seraph was that sneaky. Sorry, I shouldn't have let my guard down. To think of it, it's strange when he approached Tazzy. No wonder we struggled. Seraph, that snake, he needs to suffer the consequences. Yeah, let's kill him. I was thinking about what we should do next. We should kill him. Should we get... There's no kill him option. Seraph is the sneakiest little shit. Report it. It probably seems like the thing that's going to be least troublesome for us. Should we report him? Of course, if we don't, Seraph will only do worse. However, I started to feel doubt. At the same time, it's not subtle. Yeah, like he's trying to be sneaky, but like... It's like he's too openly hostile to be sneaky. We have zero evidence. What if no one believes us? Luke patted my shoulder. Relax, Tazzy. If Seraph really used his magic, its traces would be caught on camera. We're being recorded? Oh, yeah. It was being recorded for the school. You got us the first time we met, but after that it's been Harvard. Yeah, exactly. Everyone agreed to report Seraph's cheating. I took my phone and called Noir. I don't think we have to call Noir. I mean, I can't see why it wouldn't, because but it's probably a magic camera. Because the trials were being broadcast to the school, so the students that weren't doing the trials could watch. Like the Triwizard tournament, except they didn't do that. God, remember the Triwizard tournament? And like, it would have been the most, like, okay, the first trial would have been exciting, like dragons, okay, fine. But the second and third trials, they would have been so boring for onlookers. It's like, okay, you just look at a lake. What happens in the lake? Who knows? We're just gonna sit and look at the top of a lake for 2 hours. And then the maze, it was like explicitly no one could see what was happening in the maze. So it's like, oh, yeah, it's like, I wonder what's going on in there. This is so exciting. Not a very good broadcasted event. Tazzy, how can I help you? Can you contact Miss Lolly? Okay. Noir began calling Miss Lolly. A few seconds later, a hologram of Miss Lolly appeared before us. Hello, who's calling at night? Miss Lolly was shocked when she saw us. You guys, what's wrong? Miss Lolly, sorry to bother you this late. That's some sort of like magic camera, like they get watched through a crystal ball or seeing eye. That would make sense. Yeah. No, we need to report something. But they got magic, like cell phones that are at half battery and full signal all the time. I guess that still bothers me. I feel like I don't like that it's at half battery all the time. It's such a nitpick, but it's like, charge your phone. A student cheated during the first trial. Miss Lily's face immediately turned serious. Cheated? Tell me. Miss Lily listened to our explanation. Yeah, charge your phone. After we finished, she fell silent. Do you have any evidence? That's not our job. Our job isn't to give the evidence. It's just it's your job to investigate. As expected, she asked us for proof. Can we see the footage? If Seraph really used magic, there would be traces caught on camera. Miss Lily thought for a moment. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, exactly. It's like... When you report something, you don't have... It's like a bystander or even a victim. You're not supposed to do the whole investigation yourself. You tell the people who are meant to investigate. It's their job to take it up from there. You're just reporting. I'm supposed to... Exactly, yeah. It was a place with a screen showing footage of me and Seraph yesterday afternoon. There was nothing strange. No traces of magic at all. We just seemed to shake hands normally. Something is wrong. Did Seraph sabotage us without magic? But that's impossible. So why aren't there any traces of magic at all? Ooh. I checked all the recordings. Not a single trace of magic was found. We were shocked. None of us could say anything. What about the riddle? Miss Lolly, yep. I still get the paper we received during the trial. Yeah, it's different than what we would have gotten. Hi, Dinky. He might have done something to it. Miss Lolly observed the paper. She wouldn't be allowed to stream. Yeah. Everything looks the same. Nothing has changed. That's seriously the riddle we got? Miss Lily began reading. Oh, and grab my 4 pairs of branches. That wasn't in there. That's different. But as she did so, I noticed something odd. Wait a minute. Why is there a sentence I've never heard before? I reread each sentence carefully. The riddle has changed? And grab my 4 pairs of branches. I'm sure this sentence didn't exist before. Ash, Belle, and Luke realized it too. Once again, we were all speechless. Oh, we changed it back. What exactly happened? What kind of trick did Seraph use? Miss Lily threw a worried glance at us. It's not that I don't believe you. I don't think you would lie about something like this, but without solid evidence, I can't do anything. Then you're supposed to investigate. It's your job. If I process the report without evidence, it will be backfire on you. I bet you wouldn't want it to end that way, would you? Yeah, don't process it without evidence. Get the evidence. We reported it. We couldn't answer her. Sorry, Miss Lily, we didn't mean to bother you. Don't feel guilty. I'll try to investigate. Oh, finally. I'll try to investigate further, but without solid evidence, I can't do much. Please get some rest tonight. Okay, thank you, Miss Lolly. Our call with Miss Lolly ended. For a few seconds, the silence in the room was heavy. What's really going on here? Seraph must be doing something. Something's up. Does he know how to cast stealthily? Probably a thing, right? Is Seraph that good at using magic stealthily? Our teachers are expert at magic. There's no way they'll be fooled that easily by students. Then there's only one possibility. Seraph must have insider help. I think that makes the most sense. He'd be able to easily erase all the evidence. It was the worst scenario we could imagine. I thought back to Sarah's words in the hallway. Remember this. Many people want you to fail more than you think. Be prepared, because the next trials aren't going to be easy for you. Those people that want us to fail. Who could they be? Why are they doing this? Find out next time on Ass Side. Let's end it here. We can't do anything without evidence. We'd better call it a day. We decided to go back to our rooms and rest. Even so, I couldn't sleep when I got to my room. Questions exploded inside my head like fireworks. Well, that can't be healthy. I decided to enjoy the night sky from the balcony. The wind feels nice. As I took in the scenery in front of me, memories of the past 2 days played back in my mind. A place full of magic. The prosperous life of its citizens. The Angelus realm is really charming. I'm glad I got to visit it. Suddenly, I was starting to feel sentimental. It was my last day in Angelus realm. There's still a lot I want to do here. I leaned against the balcony railing, drowning in deep thought. At that moment, the image of Mum in her Angelus form flashed through my mind. Through my head, even. Not only that, I also remembered Luke's Angelus form. Their Angelus wings look so beautiful and graceful. Yeah, when do we get to see ours? We've seen our demon form. Are we gonna show our Angelus form soon? I began to imagine. How would I look with Angelus wings? Would it be as beautiful as Mum or Luke? Hey Luke, we gotta. Hey, you want to show me how to do this? However, I remembered I don't know how to change form into Angelus. You don't have the one demon wing and one angel. I think we'll get that eventually because that was on the title screen. But so far Val's taught us how to transform into our demon form, and that was a full demon form. We had 2 demon wings. So I think we can choose what we want to do. I started to think while looking up at the sky. I'd regret it if I just leave tomorrow. There was still time to learn. Just once before going back. I want to see my Angelus wings. Of course, Luke was the first person that came into my mind. Should I ask Luke to teach me? Looks like he's the only Angelus that can help me at the moment. I don't want to go home with regrets. I want to carve one last good memory before leaving Angelus realm. Go to sleep, forget about it. It's like, nah, I'm fine. Learn to spread my wings. Maybe if I asked Luke for help, he would teach me. But we're probably in his room. It's like midnight. You should probably just let him sleep. Suddenly, a soft light from the garden caught my attention. What was that light? Intrigued, I decided to check out the mansion's garden. It's obviously Luke. It was green magic. I think it was around here. I looked for the light source. Oh, I wonder what it could be. From a distance, I saw Luke in the flower garden. Was that light from Luke's magic? In front of one of the blossoming trees, Luke reached out and gently brushed the bud. Among all the flowers that have already bloomed, there were some that hadn't bloomed yet. You poor thing. You also want to bloom too, huh? Let me help you. Luke closed his eyes. He chanted a short spell. His hands began to emit a soft light that enveloped the flower buds in front of him. At the same time, Luke's Angelus wings spread wide, showing his grace. Now he's just showing off. Bloom. Under the moonlight, the flowers slowly began to bloom. I couldn't take my eyes off. What really caught my attention was Luke's wings really are beautiful. Cassie, what are you doing there? Luke had finally noticed me. Come here. His gentle smile pulled me closer. I saw a strange light coming from the garden. I wanted to see what it was. Apparently, it was you. I glanced at the flower Luke had just bloomed. I didn't know you could make flowers bloom. Luke stroked the flowers. That's kind of weird, but okay. I was just giving them a little nudge. Every flower deserves its beauty. You're right. You are no less beautiful than these flowers, Luke. Luke was surprised at my sudden compliment. Me? Your pose when using magic combined with your graceful angelus wings, it's like a view from heaven. Thank you. Luke's cheeks flushed red because of my compliment. Luke, could I also show such beauty one day? At this point, I can only control my magic. I don't know if I'll be good enough to change my form. Luke was silent for a moment, then walked over to me. What do you know? You don't know you're good enough. You can do the demon form. Angel form couldn't be that much harder. Of course you can. You also have Angelus blood, does he? Right now, you're like a flower bud. Within you is a hidden beauty. But with a little nudge. You too can bloom beautifully. At that moment, a rose appeared in Luke's hand. Oh my god, he's so anime. He held out the flower to me. I want to be the first one to see your Angelus form. Will you show me the beauty that is currently hidden within you? Luke made me smile from ear to ear. I took the rose. Luke, please teach me how to change into Angelus form. My pleasure, Tassie. Luke began to briefly explain how to transform into Angelus form. Just like using magic, try to feel the energy around you and combine it with the energy in your body. I tried to follow Luke's instructions. I've been studying magic for a few months. This should be easy. I felt the magic flowing around me. Then I felt something soft on my back. Ooh, there it is. Wow, my wings. Did we also have the wing on our head? I'm pretty sure that's no. Oh yeah, we got wings on our butt too. The pair of wings suddenly disappeared. 5 wings. We got hip wings, back wings, and a head wing. It seems that this isn't the right time? I don't think it's the right time. I still have a lot to practice. Luke grabbed my hand gently. Perhaps it's because your mind is all over the place. Are you still having doubts? I was silent for a moment. What Luke said wasn't wrong. Then let me help you. Luke pulled me into his arms. Yeah, we can't do this without a romantic moment. It's not how the game works. His sudden gesture made me blush instantly. When the distance between us disappeared, my heart started beating fast. Luke? Luke stroked my head. Romantic. Yeah, we have to do the romance scene first. It's not the right time. We have to make it as romantic as possible. His fingers ran through my hair. His touch was so soft, as if touching something so precious. Can you feel my heartbeat? Heartbeat? In Luke's arms, I could hear his heartbeat. Focus on its sound. Use it as your guide. Cassie, please close your eyes. I did what Luke said. I could feel his heartbeat more clearly. The rhythm somehow calmed me down. His touch was warmer than usual. Try to feel the natural energy around you again. Luke's deep voice seemed to echo through every corner of my body. My body began to relax in Luke's arms. A gentle breeze, soft moonlight. I could feel everything. There's gotta be. A cooling sensation swirled through my body. I felt something soft on my back. When I opened my eyes, I saw Luke's face up close. His smile was brimming with joy. Congratulations, Tassie. You did it. I reached for my back. Can I get a mirror? A pair of white wings gracefully unfurled. We have so many wings. There's even one on my head for some reason. We get like, that's got to be really weird. Like, I wonder if it moves, like the head one. The feathers were so soft. In addition, a pair of smaller wings appeared on my lower back. My wings. How beautiful. You've been angel for, yeah. Luke, thank you. You brought out the beauty in me. You know, we've got to be as cringe as possible. You brought out the beauty in me. This is all thanks to you. Luke shook his head slowly. This was all you. I was just giving you a little nudge. I'm the one who should thank you. There's the art. The moonlight embraced both of us. The soft light allowed me to see every line of Luke's perfectly chiseled face. Flower petals danced in the night wind as it blew by. Luke touched my chin very gently. His thumb stroked my lips. Thank you for allowing me to be the first to witness your angelus form. This is some good art. Like, I am into this. Our eyes met, and his gaze penetrated my heart. Whenever he looked at me, my heart would grow weak. Slowly, Luke erased the distance between us. Mwah. Oh my god, this is our first kiss art. Like, we've had kisses before, but this is the first time it was arted. When our lips met, Luke poured all his heart out to me. The sweetness of his kiss and the warmth of his touch. Everything drowned me in a sea of emotions. Cute! My heart was beating fast, enjoying this beautiful moment. Boy kiss obtained, yeah! After a while, Luke pulled his face away. We stared at each other. In this close distance, I could feel his gentle breathing. This is bad. You didn't like it? You didn't say that after a kiss. What's wrong, Luke? After seeing your beautiful side, I'm slowly becoming selfish. I don't want other people to see this side of you. Your beauty right now. I want to keep it all for myself. That's kind of creepy, but okay, sure. My face immediately felt hot. I didn't know how to respond. My voice disappeared. My heart skipped a beat when I heard Luke's words. Valkyrs went, we'll get there, don't worry. Gently, he tightened his embrace. Hazzy, may I feel the sweetness of your lips for a second time? Does that mean you just think you're beautifully? I'm not sure. I don't think so. My heart stopped for a moment when I heard Luke's question. I think I've been enchanted. As his lips drew closer, I couldn't say anything. I nodded to his question. There it is again. Just in case you didn't see it the first time. Again, I welcomed Luke's kiss. His kiss was filled with longing. It started soft, but slowly became deeper and deeper. Time seemed to stop. Each touch filled my heart with all kinds of emotions. All my doubts disappeared, replaced by Luke's feelings. All I could do at that point was to give every inch of my heart to Luke. Double kiss! Yeah! After letting go, we stared at each other for a while. Luke held my hand again. Let me walk you back to your room. Okay. I still want to spend time with you too. We walked back hand in hand. My heart was still blooming even now. Surely I couldn't erase this moment from my heart because it was the most beautiful memory I have with Luke. Fade to black. Hang on, I want to check something. There we go. I'm checking the affection levels. Okay, we got 27 with Ash, 47 with Luke. Dang. And 47 with Val too. Yeah, Val doesn't get anything else this chapter. He gets chapter 10. Looks like there's another scene with Ash in this chapter. Yeah, Ash is being left behind. The next day, the students gathered. In a moment, the Academy would announce the results of the trial of Angelus. We were nervous while waiting for the results. Good morning, everyone. Miss Lolly finally arrived moments later. But she wasn't alone this time. Some Angelus we didn't know and didn't care about because they don't have art or names or anything were also standing behind her. Are they the supervisors who observed us during the trial? First, I want to congratulate all of you. You have successfully completed the first trial. After evaluating your performance, we will announce the results. This is it. Everything we worked for led up to this. The tension was building up. I was nervous as well. After Miss Lolly waved her finger, a transparent screen appeared. The final result is calculated by combining the evaluations from 2 stages of the trial. Not only that, additional points from each supervisor will also affect your final score. Miss Lolly swiped her finger again. Following that, the screen showed the team names in red. This is a list of the teams that failed the trial. At the end of the year, you must take a remedy trial. Study hard and don't waste your last chance. The majority of the students let out sighs and tears started to flow. How many teams have failed? I mean, you can see it right there if you want to count. I felt relieved to see that my team wasn't among those listed. After that, Miss Lolly started announcing the teams that had made it through. And the 3 teams with the highest scores. My team has yet to be mentioned. Does that mean? A glimmer of hope started to grow inside me. Would we get the highest score? Probably not. I'm going to say second. Miss Lolly took a deep breath. The team with the highest score goes to... Oh, it is us. Tassie's team. Tassie and the boys. Hold on. Ugh, my nail just split. Where's my clippers? Yeah. One sec. So annoying. Like, you know when just like the side of your nail just like peels off and like comes apart from the rest of the nail? There we go. Oh, better. I couldn't believe my ears. Of course, we worked hard. Not bad at all. Good thing our hard work paid off. Their voices made me realize that I heard correctly. We did it! We won! I couldn't hold my excitement and hugged the 3 of them. Tassie, we're amazed by your performances during the second stage. Unfortunately, your grades dropped because your performance in the first stage wasn't up to par. But because of your hard work in doing the extra tasks, you managed to turn the tables. Congratulations, you deserve first place. Everyone started clapping to congratulate us. Thank you very much, Ms. Lolly. At that time, I saw Maya waving at me from the crowd of students. Tassie, congrats! Thank you, Maya. But next to her, Seraph looked annoyed. He must have been angry that my team beat his. Good thing I helped my friends yesterday. Eat that, Seraph. Yeah. The result of this trial is final, and so I declare the trial of Angelus complete. With that, Ms. Lolly finished her announcement. The Academy needs time to prepare for your return. You're given 2 hours of free time. After that, gather round back here. Those who are late will be left behind. Why was it threatening? Even though Ms. Lolly said it in a casual tone, we knew she was serious. We'd better not be late. We're going to be nearly late. We decided to spend some time at a park nearby. Finally, our first trial is over. To be honest, it was more difficult than I thought. We still have Trial of Demon and Trial of Human. You're right, seems like we should be more prepared for the next trial. I don't know anything about the trial of human, but I'm sure the demon one will be tougher. Trial of demon heavily relies on strength and power. I should start preparing once we get back to the academy. We should get ripped. We need those gains. Good afternoon. Do you have time? In the middle of the conversation, someone approached us. I was shocked because that person was Mr. Phi? How may we help you? I just wanted to congratulate you. You managed to score fairly high on the first trial. Thank you. Mr. Phi smiled back at me and glanced at Val. Val, can we talk? Curious, we all looked at Val. Hey, he's my boy. Sure. I've been waiting for you. About my late brother, right? Oh, okay, we're getting into backstory. Mr. Phi smiled meaningfully and nodded. Thank God you did my extra task. I was reminded of Cherry and Barry's story. That's right, Lucas. He likes coming here with Phi. Do you know Lucas? Lucas is my brother. That's true. Cherry and Barry said Mr. Phi and Val's brother knew each other. Seeing the serious atmosphere between Val and Phi, I thought it was better to give them space. What should I do? Take Ash and Luke away? Then we'll give you some space. I glanced at Ash and Luke. Ash, Luke, let's move somewhere else. No need, you can stay here if you want. Aw, I trust all of you. Aw, my good boy. Val. There's a Lucas and a Luke? That's needlessly confusing. I guess. We couldn't help but smile at what he said, except for Ash, who tried to hide his happiness. Ash, just say it if you're happy. Don't be shy. No, he's a tsundere. Shut up. I'm not that happy, Barker. Not like I'm happy because of you or anything. I feel like teasing him, but I refrained. We need to focus on Mr. Phi. So, how do you know my brother? Mr. Phi didn't answer Val right away. After staring at him for a while, Phi started laughing. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at you. It's just that you're the complete opposite of Lucas. It feels funny somehow. I met Lucas at the academy. We were good friends even though we lost contact after graduation. Sadness slowly crept into Mr. Phi's face. I heard about Lucas. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it to his funeral. Val clenched his fists as if trying to hold back his sadness. Thank you. However, you didn't come to see me just to offer condolences, did you? Mr. Phi nodded before closing his eyes. Holding out his hand, he began to cast a short spell. At that moment, a light appeared above Mr. Phi's palm. Oh, I like this music box. Slowly, the light began to spread. A gold key was now in Mr. Phi's hand. A key. Val was speechless. Mr. Phi gave the key to Val. Is this my brother's key? You're correct. Lucas left it to me a few months before his death. He asked me to take good care of it. If he ever passed away, Lucas asked me to hand this key to you when you visit Angela's realm. Use this to open your brother's box. Val's hand was slightly trembling. However, he gripped the key tightly. I've been waiting for you for a long time, Val. Even though I didn't expect you to come when you were still at the academy. Me neither. I didn't think I'd be able to visit Angela's realm so soon. Thanks for keeping the key for me. In my heart, I felt a bit relieved. It's good that Val managed to achieve his goal in the Angelus realm. Even though you have different personalities, you're still similar to Lucas. You're praising me too much. My brother's much better than me. Lucas is amazing. He's different from the other demons. His wisdom and intelligence often rivaled those of the Angelus. He didn't just rely on magical strength like other demons. Mr. Phi stared intently at Val. And I think you have the same qualities as Lucas. I watched you during this trial of Angelus, Val. You have a lot of potential as a demon. A faint smile appeared on Val's face. Thanks for the compliment, Mr. Phi. Val stared at the key in his hand again. Mr. Phi, do you know anything about the key in the human realm? Phi immediately shook his head. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Lucas never told me anything other than this key. But I feel like getting the key in the human realm won't be that easy. Be careful. Anything can happen in the human realm. Val nodded. With his business done, Mr. Phi bid us goodbye. It's time to go back. Oh yeah, the flying ship. Miss Lily's not really going to leave us, is she? Without further ado, we headed straight back to Miss Lily's location. After travelling for several hours, we finally arrived at Celestia Academy. This is a time sheet. We don't get a scene on the boat. Starting tomorrow, class will be held as usual. So get some rest today. Miss Lily dismissed us after that brief announcement. I was about to go back to the dorm, however, I stopped when I saw a familiar figure in the distance. Dazzy! Damien waved at me from outside the platform. Damien, why are you here? To see you back. Why is it confusing? To pick you up, of course. Damien. You aren't busy? I always have time for my sister. Damien hugged me gently. I watched your trial. You worked hard, Tazzy. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Damien. I was proud to hear his compliment. You must be tired. Do we have lunch? Your friends can come too. I'll treat you all. Belle got excited as soon as he heard about the free lunch. Lunch, let's go. When it comes to food, he's always excited. Thank you very much, Mr. Damien. And so we decided to have lunch together. Delicious! Way to give me more. Hey, have some control. Are you that hungry, Val? The lunch felt rowdier than usual. How was your first trial? Did anything interesting happen? The world was beautiful. The Angelus realm was very beautiful. That was the first time I've seen a city filled with canals. I began telling him everything that happened in the trial of Angelus. Unfortunately, we had difficulty solving the first stage riddle. As I continued telling Damien the story, annoyance appeared on Val's face. No matter how much I think about it, I still hate Seraph. If it weren't for him, we might have scored even higher. What happened? Seraph sabotaged our riddle. Because of that, we were almost eliminated in the first stage. It seemed like there was someone helping Seraph carry out his plan. How do you know? Seraph told me. He said there were a lot who wanted me to fail. Damien felt silent. His expression became serious, and there was a noticeable change in the atmosphere surrounding him. Damien, are you okay? You're so quiet. No. I just didn't expect there would be someone planning a downfall like that. I will investigate this case further. Finally, we'll be starting with that student named Seraph. Don't worry, I won't give up either. We changed the topic and continued our lunch. At that moment, Damien stared at Val, Ash, and Luke one by one. What do you think about Tazzy at the academy? His sudden question took me by surprise. Damien, why would you ask something like that? I just want to hear from your friends. So, what do you think? Tazzy is a diligent student. She always pays close attention to the lessons. Not only that, she's also very diligent at practicing magic. I'm amazed by her desire to always improve. Tazzy's always also popular with the other students. Her kindness draws in people. The compliments made me blush. Meanwhile, Damien nodded while smiling proudly. For some reason, he looked very satisfied. Any other interesting stories about Tazzy? Damien! I'm embarrassed. Don't ask any more questions. Hey, what's wrong? It's more fun this way. I remember a story. Look, it was useless. I couldn't stop them anymore. They continued exchanging stories. Their gleeful laughter made me give up. I remember practicing magic alone with Tazzy just as she was about to fall. I hugged her. Oh. In that second, everyone fell silent. Hugged? What do you mean by that? That's... Damien's warm smile changed. The air around us became icy cold. Let's see, where's my button for the... There we go. Like this. Damien? You tell yep. Change the topic. Come on, that's not important. Let's talk about something else. Sure, I want to know more stories from your friends, right? Just friends. I'm really happy Tazzy has lots of friends in the academy. But remember, just friends. Do all of you understand? Understood. After that, no one dared to look at Damien anymore. What are they doing? I could only shake my head at their behavior. Several days had passed since the trial of Angelus was over. My academic life was back to normal. At least until Shadow called me. That day I attended magic class with Ash as usual. Oh, this will be the scene with Ash that I saw in the menu. You did great in class, Ash. Your method of casting magic is very effective. How did you do that? I can teach you in our next practice session. Really? I can't wait. In the middle of our conversation, a wolf suddenly came out of the bushes. Oh my god. Oh, woo! A wolf? Where did it come from? However, when I took a closer look, the wolf looked familiar. Wait, I think I've seen this wolf somewhere. He's Shadow's pet. I thought back to our first meeting with Shadow. That's right, I remember him dropping us off at Shadow's. Ooh! The wolf approached us and sat in front of us. Around his neck hung a letter. Is this letter for us? Woof. I don't think wolves woof. Ash took the letter and started reading it. What's in the letter? It's from Shadow. He wants to see us. See us? What for? He didn't explain further. He only told us to meet him at his usual place tonight. How about it, Tazzy? Would you like to accept Shadow's invitation? I thought for a moment. Even though I've only met Shadow once, I didn't think he was the type to do anything bad to us. Besides, I can protect myself now. There's nothing wrong with seeing Shadow. Maybe I can get some new information. Let's meet Shadow together. I smiled at my answer. Okay, I'll pick you up tonight. Wait for me. We'll go together. After deciding where to meet, we parted ways. When night fell, Ash and I headed straight for Shadow's base. Ash, do you have any idea why Shadow wants to see us? Ash didn't answer right away. Actually, I've been asking him for additional information lately, but he hasn't charged me for the information yet. What additional information? About my sister's actions in Glacier. Ash and Orpheus's conversation in the Angelus realm was playing in my head again. Is this related to the power struggle for the throne in Glacier? Ash seemed lost in his thoughts. But I don't understand why he called you too. Does this have anything to do with my request? Woof! Unknowingly, we arrived in front of Shadow's base. The wolf that delivered our letter was waiting at the door. I think it would be quicker if we asked Shadow directly. You're right, let's go on in. Inside, Shadow was sitting casually on the couch playing with his wolves. Ooh. Oh, you finally arrived. Where's the Shadow route? I almost died of boredom waiting for you guys. Why'd you call us? Don't be in such a hurry. Have a seat. It's gonna be a long night. After the wolves served us tea, Shadow stared at the start of the conversation. I brought you here for a reason. I need your help with my work. Help? Oh. Why us? Why'd you ask us for help? Shadow smiled meaningfully while looking at me. I didn't expect your little brother to be so cute, especially his white hair. I was confused by this sudden change of topic. My little brother? Did you meet him? Why are you suddenly talking about Finn? Shadow only laughed at my questions. Because this job has something to do with your brother. Finn, what do you mean? I can't say much more if you don't accept this job. Shadow glanced at Ash. Ash, I've got the thing you asked for, but I won't give it to you until I get paid. This job will be your payment. Will this job harm Finn? Depends on how it turns out, but if you refuse this job, I'll take back the information. Ash thought for a moment before looking at me. Shadow looked at me too. Do you want to do it or not? I began to carefully weigh every possibility. Shadow has a job related to Finn. Since that's the case, wouldn't it be better for me to assist Shadow? That way I can at least make sure Finn is safe while doing this job. In that case, I should help Shadow. I'll help you, Shadow. Good choice. As for the reward, I have some interesting pieces of information for you. Complete the mission and I'll tell you. Interesting info. Shadow smiled meaningfully. I really couldn't guess what was on his mind. I know the reason behind your brother's pact with the young lady of House Asmodeus. I was surprised to hear Shadow's words. They were beyond my expectations. How'd you find out? But once again, he left me a mystery. Relax, I'll tell you everything once you finish the mission. Shadow started to explain our mission. Your mission, the word mission doesn't have any meaning anymore, is really simple. My client wants to know if Finn Silverwings has the incubus ability. Incubus ability? What does that mean? Incubus is a kind of demon that uses their appearance and magic to charm those around them. Demons have different abilities. I'm guessing Incubus is one of them. Follow Finn Silverwings, then check if he ever uses his Incubus ability at all. How do we check that? You have that, don't you, Shadow? Yep. Shadow took out a small magic stone. Along with it was a golden compass. Hey, I've seen that movie. You can use these magical devices to check whether somebody uses incubus magic or not. Stick the magic stone on the target. When your target uses its power, the needle on the compass will move. Yeah, I liked it too. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember enjoying it. Ash took the devices and kept them carefully. One more thing. My client asked for the mission to be done secretly. Since most of the time Finn was with his master, you can't be too close when you're following him. No matter what happens, don't let Finn catch you. Okay, got it. I guess that's all. As for the information you ask, I'll give them all to you as a reward. Ash and I nodded. We'll be back tomorrow night. I'll be waiting for your report. Good luck. What if he doesn't use that? Like, in the one day, we wrapped up the discussion and went straight back to the dorm. And can't we just ask Finn? It's like, here, hold this. The next morning, Ash and I met up for the mission. From a distance, I saw Finn waiting for Lilith to finish class. Why is Lilith's class taking so long? As instructed, we were watching Finn from afar. Finn's not with Lilith. This is our chance to attach the magic stone. You're right, but how do we do it? There are students. What if we get caught? but it will be harder if Lilith is with him. Let's take the risk and finish it. Ash was right. If we keep hesitating, we'll never finish the mission. Alright, let's attach the stone. Ash smiled at my response. He took out the magic stone and began to cover it with ice mist. Cassie, can I ask you a favour? Can you control the wind and bring the stone near Finn? I can do that, but I can't stick the stone onto him. It's okay, I'll take care of it from there. Ash seemed confident with his plan, so I trusted. Can't you just go up to him and just like, hey little bro, hold on to this for me? I focused my energy while looking at Finn. I waited for the right moment, then I shot the stone at him. Ba-doo! Ah, why is the wind so strong all of a sudden? The magic stone landed behind Finn's collar. Fortunately, the cloth hid it well enough. It doesn't look very hidden to me, it's like right there. At that moment, Ash immediately cast a spell. Freeze. The mist that covered the stone was frozen to ice. The magic stone was successfully attached to Finn. We did it! Now we just have to watch him. I took out the compass. The needle was not moving at all. And so we kept observing Finn for some time. Finn looked bored while waiting for Lilith. How long do I have to wait? As Finn was starting to get annoyed, a student who was just passing by approached him. Finn, are you waiting for Lilith? Yes, but the class is taking too long. They started chatting happily. For a moment, I could see the needle on the compass move. When I looked again, the needle stopped moving. Huh? Was it just me? Maybe it was just a coincidence. Let's watch him a little longer. After a while, the girl left. Finn waited again with a sigh. I'm thirsty. When Finn started to frown, just like before, another student came over. Yo, Finn, are you waiting for Lilith? Yes, but I'm thirsty. You're lucky, I have a can of juice. Do you want it? Thanks. Again, I caught a glimpse of the compass moving. Just like before, it stopped when I looked at it. Cassie, don't you think it's odd about Finn? Finn's wishes always came true. And the students granted it. When he was bored, someone came over to chat with him. When he was thirsty, a student gave him juice. We looked at each other. Could it be Finn really has the incubus ability? It never crossed my mind at all. Oh, he's shifty. The class bell rang. Demon students started to leave the class. Oh, you're on time? That's rare. I can be punctual too, you know. That's good. I'm tired today. Let's just head back to the dorms. Don't you have another class? I feel like skipping it. Lilith and Finn started walking. We followed them from afar. However, Finn's stomach started rumbling halfway. He stopped in front of the cafeteria. Hey kid, why are you stopping? Finn tugged the hem of Lilith's shirt. Lilith, I'm hungry. Can we stop by for some cake? Seeing Finn's cute face, the students around them immediately swarmed Finn. Finn, are you hungry? I have a sandwich. How about I treat you to some cake? I have macarons. Would you like some? Sheesh, no need. I'll buy him a cake. At the same time, the compass needle in my hand began to vibrate violently. Yep, he's definitely an incubus. I think we can draw a conclusion now. Yeah, I'm sure it's not a coincidence. Finn does have the incubus ability. Yeah, damn, he's been an incubus the whole time. But it seems like he's oblivious to the power he possesses. I felt conflicted. I thought I knew everything about Finn. But I was grateful that I could get to know more. It's just I felt there was still an unsolved mystery about Finn. That night, we reported back to Shadow. That kid really is an incubus, huh? Interesting. We've finished our mission. Now it's your turn to keep your word. Of course, I'm not the type to go back on my word. Shadow took out some documents and gave them to Ash. That's a list of people your sister had met over the past few months. Take a look. Ash briefly skimmed over the documents and then kept them. As for you, Shadow glanced at me. I want to know who requested this mission, and the information you promised. Shadow showed a mysterious smile. A client, huh? You want to guess? Stop messing around. Ouch, you're so cold. My client is Lilith Asmodeus. Ooh. Plot twist. I had a loss for words when I heard Shadow's answer. But Lilith, why did she... Did you know that House Asmodeus is a family of succubi? Oh. Succubi. Like incubi, succubi also use their appearance and magic to charm those around them. However, House Asmodeus is a noble family that was among the original founders of the demon realm. They even have the innate ability to control people's minds. I'm reacting to that information normally. Then what does this have to do with Finn? Shadow laughed again. It all ties back to why Lilith made a pact with Finn in the first place. Shadow smiled faintly before continuing his story. Did you know that Lilith was betrothed even before she was born? An engagement between two noble families? Isn't that a common practice? Right. Lilith's grandfather set her up with House Azazel. House Azazel are descendants of demons with the incubus ability. Her grandfather promised that he would marry Lilith to the first son of House Azazel. Azazel? I'm having trouble with that word. This agreement is bound by a magic pact and marked with a tattoo engraved on Lilith's body. Oh, that's fucked up. Like they've marked her as belonging to some guy? However, the patriarch of House Azazel still had no son at the time. Then what happened? Lord Azazel had an affair with a low-ranked demon. The woman gave birth to a son, the first son of House Azazel. For a few seconds, Shadow stopped talking. Maybe he was trying to put his words together. Lilith's grandfather was furious. He didn't want Lilith to be engaged to a demon whose blood is mixed with low rank. That's why he killed the entire Azazel family. Oh, that seems a little, like, maybe you should have slept on that? It seems like a kind of a knee-jerk reaction there. The atmosphere turned tense. I didn't think there was a dark story behind Lilith's life. Yeah, a bit of an overreaction. But here comes the interesting part. The boy's body was never found. Moreover, the tattoo that signified their engagement didn't disappear from Lilith's body. Finn is engaged to Lilith? But the son is still alive? Don't tell me that the son is... You probably already have an idea who it is, but Lilith is still unsure about this fact. That's why she's trying to confirm the truth through me. And here is the result. But what is Lilith going to do? Don't tell me she wants to kill Finn. I think the young lady has other thoughts. In fact, she seemed just as confused as you. I was too shocked by all these new facts. It never occurred to me that that was the reason behind their magic pact. That's all the information I have. Pretty interesting, isn't it? After that, everything was a blur. I couldn't focus at all. My mind was overwhelmed with various thoughts. When I came to my senses, I was already on my way home with Ash. I was still occupied with my own thoughts until suddenly... Cassie, watch out! My body was suddenly pulled back. In front of me, there was a pole. Ah, I almost hit a pole. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to do a romance scene here. We've been going for a bit. I'm gonna run some ads and yeah, take a 3-minute break, okay? 3-minute break. Go get a drink or something. I need to refill my water bottle too. See you back in 3 minutes. Okay, I'm back. We're still gonna wait for the ad break because I don't want people to not see this next bit. $30 seconds. I need to stop talking and, you know, get a drink. Yeah. Okay, ad break over. We can now do a sweet Ash scene. Oh wait, I need to... There we go. Ash checked on me right away. Chelsea, are you okay? It's dangerous not to pay attention to where you walk. Ash looked at me, worry evident on his face. Thanks, Ash. Sorry, I can't focus right now. Hey. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with Finn. What can I do for Finn as his sister? Both of us fell silent. Ash didn't say anything. However, he held my hand gently. Then slowly he pulled me into his arms. In a split second, I felt a comforting warmth enveloping me. Maybe you don't need to do anything. Huh? Do nothing? Ash nodded. You're still looking for a way to break Finn's magic pact, but the story you just heard, I think it's a problem between Finn and Lilith. It's none of your business. Ash pulled me closer to him. It's enough that you observe Finn from afar. Think of it as a chance for Finn to become more mature. Everyone is the main character of their own stories. Let Finn walk his own path. Ash's words seemed to open my eyes. In that moment, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. You've been working hard all this time, Tassie. Don't try to do it all alone. I'm here. His hug was getting tighter. Here we go. I could feel his hands gently caress my back. Whatever you're dealing with, You can share everything with me, because I'll always be by your side. Oh, that gave me the shivers, like IRL. I felt at ease once I saw his reassuring smile. The moonlight cast a beautiful glow in his eyes. He that word captured my attention. Little by little, his face inched closer to mine. Mwah. A second later, a soft kiss landed on my forehead. Through his kiss, Ash poured all his feelings for me. All my doubts and worries slowly disappeared, replaced by a sweet feeling. Yeah, sorry, little bro. I got boys to kiss. Kiss ×3 combo, yeah! I let myself get lost in the sea of sweet emotion. That night, I was grateful that Ash was by my side. That's a weird time skip. I was just fitting more to that scene. It had been a few days since the trial of Angelus was finished. My academic life had returned to its normal rhythm. After attending class together that afternoon, I had a chat with Maya. Cassie, do you still have classes? Yes, actually, I'm taking the Demon Practical class. Demon Practical class? Isn't that optional? Yes, but I want to get myself ready for the trial of Demon. I recalled all the information I'd heard about the trial of Demon. Did you know that in the demon realm, Angelus can't use magic? I don't know about the trial of human, but the trial of demon will definitely be tougher. It feels like I'll regret it if I don't prepare myself. Maya patted my shoulder. Good luck, Tazzy. I'll always root for you. I can't help much with the trial of demon, but if you need anything, let me know, okay? Can't she just use demon magic? Yeah. She can use demon magic, but two of her classmates can't. Yeah, Luke and Ash both have Angela's magic, so she's got to be on her game. Her kind words touched my heart. Thanks, Maya. Oh, I have to go. It's almost time for my part-time job. Bye, Tazzy. Good luck, Maya. After parting ways with Maya, I headed straight for my next class. Unlike the Angelus class, the atmosphere in the Demon class was lively. Hi, Mr. Mask. Hey, you guys are still full of energy, huh? Where do we get to kiss Maya? Good question. Mr. Mask walked in with a cheerful smile. For today's class, let's practice fighting in pairs. First-hand experience will make you understand faster. Is this teacher that lazy? Yeah! Hearing that, all the students cheered at Mr. Mask. They seemed uninterested in theory as well. They're all so excited. So, go ahead and find your partner. Just then, Mr. Mask's cell phone rang. Stared at the screen for a few seconds. I have to take care of something first. You guys go on without me. Wait, you told them to fight each other and then left? I think the teacher has to be around for that. Without waiting, the students immediately found a partner and started practicing together. That sounds dangerous. Looks like they're used to this kind of situation. Not far from me, Val was training with a friend in one of the arenas. Yeah, that needs supervision. Today's the day I beat you, Val. Are you challenging me? Val took out a long spear adorned with gold ornaments. I won't lose that easily. Yeah, I get a feeling this was on put. Yeah. Val began to channel electric magic into his spear. Val's sparring partner also took out a sword and imbued it with magic. His opponent rushed forward, but Val still seemed unfazed. Take this! Val avoided the sword strike with ease. His PNG moved slightly to the left. His ultimate ability. In one swift motion, he darted behind the other student and swung his spear. With a single slash, Val skillfully cornered his friend. I lost. Another win for me. Val's agility and light movement left me in awe. No wonder he won. I could barely keep up with his moves. Oh, Fuzzy, you're taking this class too? Val noticed my presence and approached me. Val. I feel sorry for your friend. I have to train hard too so I don't suffer the same fate. Then want to practice with me? Are we stealing this guy's practice partner? Of course. However, while Val and I were getting ready, someone approached us. Interesting. Can we kick her ass? When I join, oh, can we kick her ass? Okay, either we kick her ass and it's satisfying, or she steps on me and I am fine with either. Lilith's sly smile instantly put us on edge. Lilith, don't mess with us. Hey, I haven't said anything. Why are you being so negative? What do you want? Lilith smiled smugly as she looked at me. Duel with me. Duel? Yes. Challenge accepted. Okay, I accept your challenge. Confident, are we? If you win, I'll give Finn a whole day of free time. Are you serious? Of course. I made up my mind. Get ready, Lilith. You're gonna lose today. I'll make you eat your own words. We prepared our weapons. Cassie, I believe in you, but be careful. Lilith is very sneaky. Okay, thanks for the warning, Val. Val patted my head gently. That seems patronizing. I'm sure you can win. It's like, there. You can win. I believe in you. And meanwhile, he's readying the stretcher. Val's words gave me confidence. Hey, no public display of affection. Shut up, Lilith. Sheesh, your face just now is really disgusting, Val. Watch your mouth. Before Lilith and Val's argument got heated, I stepped into the arena. Our fight caught the attention of the other demon students, and they were starting to gather. What's going on? Why is everyone gathering together? Hey, welcome back, teacher. Mr. Mask was finally back after finishing his business. One of the students explained briefly about Lilith's duel with me. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'll judge your duel myself. Well, at least neither of us are going to die, as long as the teacher's good at his job. Probably isn't. Mr. Mask came up to the arena with us. Oh, this is very anime. Lilith took out a pair of small knives and imbued them with fire magic. I also prepared my fan. Ooh, I've got the advantage. I'm a I use long range magic and she's got little knives. Like, she's not even going to get close. We stared at each other intently. Don't go back on your word if you lose. Try not to cry, little girl. What if they're throwing knives? Then I can just knock them off course with the wind. Ready? Go! In an instant, Lilith ran at me. As we drew near, Lilith brandished her knife. Why are you letting her get close? I have to evade. I dodged her attack. Dodge it! Right on time. How long are you going to run away? I did it once. Can't stand still. I took this opportunity to launch an attack on Lilith. Wind Blade! A layer of sharp wind blew towards Lilith at high speed. This seems dangerous. Fire Blast! The flames from Lilith's blade detonated my sharp wind. The stone floor was shattered from the explosion. You're laughing! I have to think of another strategy. The battle between us was fierce. Neither of us were willing to back down. This rate, I could lose. Wait, I haven't saved for a while. If I get a bad ending, then I'm going to be in trouble. There we go. I have to do something. You can say, yes, I can save whenever. But if I forget to do it, then if I get a bad ending, I'm back to the last time I saved because there's no auto saves. I saw pieces of rocks from the broken floor. An idea immediately popped into my head. Save the game! I just did that! Okay. They have saved. I can take advantage of this. I focused all my magic energy. There's only one chance. Gale! I got strained delay. Okay. A strong gust of wind sent dust and debris flying in all directions. What? Lilith was taken aback when her vision was suddenly blocked. And I teleported behind her. It's nothing personnel, kid. You get my message almost instantly, but I don't see it happen on stream. Yeah, there's a couple of seconds stream delay. In between those moments, I quickly moved behind Lilith. Bonko with the fan. I put my fan around her. Oh, that's a lot more. That's a lot more intense. I was hoping you'd just bonk her, like bonk her on the head so you're dead. Showing that I have successfully locked her movement. Give up, Lilith. I win. Mr. Marsh laughed at the result of our duel. He immediately stopped us both. Game over. Yeah, we're not fighting to the death here. And the winner is Tassie Silverwings. The audience cheered, yeah! Go Tassie, yeah! The match had them all fired up. I felt a sense of relief when I successfully won against Lilith. I beat Lilith! Yeah! All the hard practice really paid off. However, Lilith seemed unable to accept the result of the match. I can't lose like this. Lost in her emotions, Lilith threw one of her flame-covered knives at me. Tassie, behind you! Oh, that's the most intense I've seen him look. Hearing Val scream, I instinctively turn around. Huh? But I was too careless. I couldn't dodge in time. Oh, I got stabbed! Oh my god, I got stabbed! By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. Blood started dripping on the arena. Chapter 9, and that's where they ended? You have unlocked Side Story 13, Damien Silverwings. Chapter 10, Secret Agent. Yeah. Okay, here's a fun fact. I got this game for free. It was given to me by the developers to try out and stream before the release date. It is now out, but there was a condition on streaming this before the release date, and that was that I couldn't go past chapter 10. So this is chapter 10. This would have been the last one that I was able to stream before it was out. There is no way I can lose like this. Yeah, but now it's out, so we can keep going. Yeah, I'm just mentioning that because, like, I want to see what kind of cliffhangers on the end of this this chapter. They specifically mentioned this one to not go past. Carried away by her emotions, Lilith threw one of her flame-covered knives at me. Daddy, behind you! Hearing Val scream, I instinctively turned around. But I was too careless. I couldn't dodge in time. Drip, drip. Oh, I hate the dripping noises. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. Blood started dripping on the arena. The sight of bloodshed caused everyone to panic. However, the blood wasn't mine. Val, what the why? No. Lilith, you really... Somehow, I found myself already embraced by it. He took a knife for me. Meanwhile, his other hand caught the fly. Oh, okay. So it didn't stab him. Val, your hand. Val said nothing. Kept glaring at Lilith. Sorry, didn't mean to. Like hell you didn't. My hand slipped. Your hand slipped? Val threw the bloody knife back. The knife flew towards Lilith, landing on the ground next to her feet. Next time you do that, don't blame me if my hand slips too. Oh, threats. Lilith clicked her tongue and walked away. That brat, causing trouble as soon as no one's paying attention. After that, Val finally looked at me. Cassie, are you okay? It's like, you're the one that got stabbed in the hand. You're hurt. You're the one that got hurt. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. Val smiled at me. I'm good. It's just a small cut. Even though Val said that, blood continued to drip from the cut on his palm, and it must be a pretty big cut considering like it was a flaming knife. The arena is broken again. Will the headmaster cut my salary? Mr. Mars seemed unconcerned about Val. How do they hire these people? Mr. Mars, why didn't you stop Lilith? Stop Lilith? Mr. Mars then laughed at me. If this was the demon realm, I wouldn't even bother watching your duel. He's an infernal to the neophytes. I don't think that counts. Unlike Angelus or the human realm, the demon realm is anything but peaceful. You'd better remember that. I suppose that's sort of teaching? Having said that, Mr. Mars went to check on other students. However, I remained frozen in place. What just happened made me realize that Demon Realm and Angelus Realm are polar opposites. I've been too naive all this time. I snapped back to my senses when I felt Val's tap on my shoulder. Did he just get... Yes, she's a little dim. Tazzy, Mr. Mars dismissed the class. Let's get... Yeah, we need to, like... Does this school have a nurse? Val's wound immediately came to my mind. But we have to treat your wound. Huh? I can do that on my own. I gently stroked Val's hand. Let me help you. It's the least I could do. Yeah, like, hands have so many nerves and tendons, and it's like, I'm pretty sure that, like hand surgery is a whole different specialization than general surgery because it's so complicated when hands are damaged. Okay. Look, it does have a... They do have a nurse's office. Fortunately, Val's injury wasn't as bad as it looked. Sorry, I was careless. Even though you already warned me that Lilith is sneaky. Val didn't answer me. Instead, he gently stroked my head, hopefully not with his bleeding hand. Don't feel guilty. I told you, a wound like this is nothing. These kinds of wounds are nothing new. I've been getting them since I was a kid. Since you were a kid? How come? Because my training to become a patriarch was far from easy. My heart ached upon hearing his words. I understood that being a noble heir came with a lot of responsibility, but still, I didn't want to see Val get hurt again. Unconsciously, I drew his hand closer to me. Okay, I'm his bodyguard now. Nobody is hurting my boy. Then I gently kissed the back of his hand, hoping this small gesture would ease the pain even just a little. Has he? The training you went through must be really hard. Oh, there's the romance music. Val paused briefly before breaking into a smile. Yeah, it was. Cousin is sleeping so deeply. She's all cute. But I've never regretted it. Val caressed my cheek gently. I found his golden eyes gazing at me tenderly. Thanks to that, I was able to protect someone dear to me today. Val's words made my heart race. My face went red. You're always reliable, Val. Thanks for protecting me. But don't do that again. Just don't. Please don't do that again. That day's events made me realize something. I need to be stronger. If Val hadn't protected me... Drip drip? I couldn't imagine what would have happened. I can't depend on my teammates all the time. Finally! I have to learn how to protect myself. Yes! Magic alone wasn't enough. I almost got hurt because of my poor reflexes. My body was not trained to fight. Val, please teach me self-defense. Yes! You go, girl! No more damsel in distress. Self-defense? Why? But you don't know why? I can't rely on you or others to protect me all the time. I want to be able to protect myself. And also protect the people around me someday. Val looked into my eyes deeply. I firmly held his hand and looked at him seriously, trying to convey my resolve. Val, please train me. Val looked like he was considering my request before giving me a confident smile. Okay, I like your determination. Get ready because I won't hold back. Challenge accepted. Since then, I've been focusing my time on practicing martial arts. Run around 20 times? Yes, first we have to build up your stamina. After that, we'll do sit-ups, push-ups, and squats for 20 sets each. Since you're a beginner, I'm just giving you light exercises for now. Light? Relax, I'll join you too. I'm dead. Ash and Luke also helped me a lot when I practiced. Take note, Dazzy. I'll show you how to grapple. First, grab your enemy's hand. Ooh, you get to hold hands. Val practices moves on that. Ooh. But Val's touch made Ash uncomfortable. After that, you pull his hand. Hey, where did you touch me just now? Did he just cop a feel? Huh? What do you mean? I didn't touch any weird places. You're just too sensitive. Huh? Like hell I am. Never mind, just shut up and let me use you. Oh, I love these boys. No, come to think of it, why should I be the training dummy? Let me do the demonstration instead. It doesn't matter who does it, right? No way, you touch me where the sun don't shine. And there they go. They did their business as usual. And as usual, they're fighting again. What matters is they get along. How about I teach you the technique Val was referring to just now? That'd be great. Thanks, Luke. They make a great team. And just like that, a month had passed. Good, your punches feel sharp and accurate, but you still have to train your agility. I'm just punching him? The full angel is chill with a half angel and demon fight all the... Yeah. Today I practiced fighting hand-to-hand against Val. However, Val could withstand all my attacks with ease. I need to find an opening. Now, I swung my leg towards Val's waist. However, Val was able to defend himself just in time. Failed to beat you again. Hey, you should just... I know what would get his defenses down. You should give him a smooch. See, I've seen romances. Don't be so upset. Your skills have improved a lot compared to a month ago. Good job, Dazzy. Val patted my head gently. Oi! I felt proud when Val praised me, just like a puppy, I guess. However, someone suddenly grabbed his hand. Don't take any chances when I'm not looking. You're literally training against the guy who told you has been fighting off people since he was a child. Don't be so... Exactly. Ugh. Killjoy. Tazzy, you must be tired. Care for a drink? Thank you, Luke. My days were always busy with Luke, Ash, and Val. With them, there will never be a dull moment. like, I'm really hoping I get to date all the boys, just all of them. I don't want to make a choice. While we were resting, Noir suddenly jumped out of my cell phone. Don't do that. Guys, there's an important announcement from the headmaster. All students are expected to assemble in the main hall. So suddenly? Why not just broadcast it? Why don't they just broadcast it on their phone as usual? I'm not sure either. The headmaster just told all the students to assemble right now. I bet it's the trial of Demon. It's about time for that, right? We exchanged short glances. Despite our confusion, we quickly made our way to the main hall. When I arrived, I saw Hellhound napping on stage. Is he still little dog smart? No, small dog question mark? The headmaster was standing in front of him, stroking his head gently. Once all the students have gathered, the headmaster immediately started the assembly. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for gathering after the sudden announcement. Normally I would broadcast this, but today I have some important announcements to make. The students immediately began to fuss. They couldn't help but be curious about what the headmaster would say. First, I would like to introduce a person to you. 2 people, actually. The headmaster snapped her fingers. Yeah, I did it. Suddenly, a mist enveloped the stage because these people are overly dramatic, apparently. From behind the mist, 2 familiar male figures emerged. Familiar? Oh, these guys. Orpheus? Mr. Phi. Orpheus stepped forward and introduced himself. Nice to meet you all. I'm Orpheus, Grand Sorcerer from the human realm. I'll be teaching as one of the guest teachers for a while. Even though he's a human, you should not underestimate him. As you know, the human realm mediated the war between demons and Angelus several thousand years ago. How do you think humans mediated that war when most of them can't use magic? The headmaster glanced at Orpheus. That's because the human realm has guardians. And Orpheus is one of them. Guardian? He's one of the strongest wizards I know. You're praising too much. I know little about magic. You're being humble again. The headmaster's explanation made me see Orpheus in a different light. Wait a minute. What's a guardian? I need info dumps. This is the first time I've heard about guardians of the human realm. I also don't know much about the guardians. I heard that they're made up of humans with high magic abilities like Orpheus. In fact, had Orpheus wanted it, he could have been a mighty emperor. But for some reason, he prefers to laze around in his magic tower. Honestly, I don't understand his way of thinking. After Sir Orpheus, it was Mr. Phi's turn to introduce himself. My name is Phi, nice to meet you. Like Sir Orpheus, I will also teach as one of the guest teachers. Pleased to meet you all. Some of you may have seen Phi during the trial of Angelus. He is also a very talented young man. From behind Phi's shoulder, 2 soft lights flew about. Berry and Cherry! Phi, introduce us too. He smiled as he brought the 2 lights in front of him. These 2 are my assistants. I'm Cherry. My name is Berry. At that moment, Cherry and Berry noticed Val and I were there. Hey, Tatsy is here. Val is also here. They both waved excitedly at us. In an instant, we became the center of attention. Hello, Cherry and Berry. Didn't think we'd meet again so soon. Hello, Tazzy. Hiya, Val. We meet again. Hooray! Even though I was a little embarrassed because everyone was staring at us, I was still happy to see Cherry and Berry again. After this brief introduction, the headmaster took charge again. As they mentioned before, Phi and Orpheus will be our guest teachers for a while. Please welcome them. Somehow, I couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more to Sir Orpheus and Mr. Fye being guest teachers here. Am I just overthinking it? Now let's proceed to the main announcement. The headmaster smiled meaningfully. Recently, we had a trial at Angela's realm. I'm happy to see you have all worked hard in that trial. Now it's the demon students' turn to fight hard. The thing you've been waiting for has finally arrived. The trial of demon will be held a week from now. Hold it. The demon students immediately cheered. They were excited to take part in the trial. I'm glad to see your enthusiasm. The trial of demon always gets my adrenaline pumping, so I'm really looking forward to this trial. Don't forget to keep practicing and improving your magic skills before the trial. Finally, the trial of demon is close at hand. Good thing we've been preparing for this for a long time. After that, the headmaster ended the announcement. Students left immediately after it was over. Ooh, that's a different bot. Hang on. There we go. Trial of Demon is finally in sight. Val? Yeah, no, I'll be right. That was a yikes for me. What should we prepare? Val smiled at my question. Trial of Demon is always simple. It always has something to do with strength. So relax, there won't be any weird puzzles like in the Angelus trial. So I just need to practice as usual, right? You're right. However, there are other things we need to prepare as well. In the Demon realm, Angelus cannot use their magic. At all? Val nodded. I've heard of this too. Simply put, it's because Demon and Angelus have different sources of magic. Angelus borrow energy from nature to use magic. However, the Demon realm is not fertile, and therefore there's no energy to be borrowed from the surrounding nature. Luke's right, so we need to find a way to work around this. You can still punch. At that time, I remembered what Ms. Lolly said in Angelus realm. I have a great offer. If you guys help me now, I'll give you something you'll need in the trial of Demon later on. Okay, we gotta go find Miss Lolly. Fortunately, we helped Miss Lolly while we were in Angelus realm. She promised to help us. Really? When did this happen? I just said in Angelus realm. I briefly described what happened after the trial of Angelus. I see, so that's what happened. Thank you, Tazzy, Val. You really helped Ash and I. Well, Luke said, thank you guys. Seeing their smiles, all my efforts to help Miss Lolly were worth it. The academy bell rang, signaling that the next class was about to start. Enjoy your lurk, Dinky. I will hydrate. Thank you for being a law-abiding citizen and paying your taxes. Ah, I have a class after this. Sorry, I need to go. Very well. Let me call Miss Lolly's. Oh, we can visit her together after our classes are over. Yes, thanks, Luke. Worried that I'll be late, I went straight to my classroom. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's start today's class. Damien began explaining about magic devices. As you know, most of the magic devices are used to make everyday life easier, in transportation, weather control, and many others. But there are magic devices that have different functions. Their goal is to make it easier for us to use magic. Do you mean Magia Crystal? Thank you, Student A. That is your one job for this game, I assume? Right, Magia Crystal is one of them. Magia Crystal works like a power bank. It stores energy so that Angelus can use their magic in the Demon realm. Oh, okay, so that's what Ms. Lolly was talking about. Ms. Damien, are there any magic devices with other effects? Maybe for healing or amplifying power? Damien laughed briefly at the student's question. It wasn't funny. Good question. In fact, a new type of magic crystal has been discovered in recent years. This crystal can double or even triple one's magic power. Just imagine if this crystal is used by a demon who already has high magic power. For a few seconds, Damien seemed to be thinking about something else. Why demon specifically? Are you being racist, Damien? But my brother smiled as usual afterwards. Unfortunately, there's still a lot we don't know about this crystal, so the use of this crystal is still forbidden. Oh, I can't believe our time is up. It's not like I have a watch or anything. Let's end the class here. Damien immediately left the class, followed by the other students. However, my cell phone suddenly vibrated when I was about to leave. Everyone? Miss Lolly said she could meet us this afternoon. Great! Where? Where are we going to meet her? How about meeting up in front of her office first? Got it. Let's go. Okay. I think it's funny that Val uses the letter 4 instead of the word 4, but he types okay with all the, with all 4 letters with a capitalized O. I went straight to Miss Lolly's office to meet the others. When everyone had gathered, we knocked on Miss Lolly's door. Good afternoon, Miss Lolly. Oh, you guys are finally here? Come on in. Inside, Miss Lolly invited us to sit. You guys are here to ask me for help with the trial of demon preparation, right? Yes, I hope we aren't bothering you, Miss Lolly. Of course not. You and Val have helped me. So of course I'll help you guys too. Miss Lolly took out 3 palm-sized crystals. Here you go. I already prepared them. Thank you, Miss Lolly. Then immediately explained how to use the crystals. All you have to do is grip this crystal and absorb its energy as usual. However, Miss Lolly suddenly fell silent as if she remembered something. Kids, I hate to be pessimistic, but no one knows what will happen in the trial of demon. What do you mean no one knows? It's a school event. The school determines the trial. Everything there is measured by power. However, the energy stored in the Magia crystal is limited. You must prepare a backup plan in case you run out of energy. Hearing that, we're at a loss for words. He's like, you're a school staff, how do you not know? It became clearer to me that our team was truly at a disadvantage in this trial. What do you think we can do? Miss Lolly was hesitant for a moment. There's something, but it's quite dangerous. It couldn't be the forbidden crystal. Miss Lolly then glanced at Val. Angelus can absorb energy from demons to use magic. Absorbing energy from demons? Is that possible? Theoretically, yes. However, if you do it wrong, there can be painful side effects. Okay, so Val's our battery. Got it. Is there any way to minimize the side effects? Do it right. Miss Lolly thought for a while. Do it together. What do you mean? Some say if this process is done by several people at once, the side effects can be less severe, but I hope you wouldn't have to resort to this. Miss Lolly then smiled at us. Good luck, you guys. Hope you all pass the trial of demon. Thank you, Miss Lolly. Oh my god, am I going to... Sorry, I'm just like processing that we're going to like 3-team like Val to get energy from him. Hey, after our business was done, Miss Lolly looked at Luke. Luke, about your request, I have time after this. Do we do it right now? Very well, thank you, Miss Lolly. What's your request? Request? I asked Miss Lily for extra lessons. Extra lessons? For the trial? Is for the trial of Demon? Luke nodded. Because I'm the only pureblood Angelus in the upcoming trial of Demon, I think this kind of preparation is necessary. Don't worry, I'll teach you as best I can. I mean, you should probably teach Ash as well. I mean, he's got no demon blood in him. He's half human, half demon. I won't let you go home until you've mastered everything. Miss Lily's eyes were serious. Good luck, Luke. We said goodbye and left Miss Lily. Ash, Belle, and I decided to split up and end the day. However, right at that moment, Cherry and Berry approached us. Ah, Phantom, Tatty, Val, and the blue-haired human. My name is Ash. Hello, Ash, I'm Cherry. I'm Berry. Ash smiled slightly in response to Cherry's cheerfulness. Cherry? Berry? Why are you looking for us? We're here to pick you up. Phi and Orpheus are asking for help. Mr. Phi and Sir Orpheus? Please follow us. Cherry and Berry then led us to a room not far from there. Phi, Orpheus, we're back. Inside, I saw Phi and Sir Orpheus chatting casually. You didn't get lost, did you? Of course not. Ash requested we brought Tatty, Val, and Ash along with us. The emo yellow? What do you mean? Good day, Mr. Phi, Sir Orpheus. Oh, this guy. Yes. So I understand. Oh, you're here already? Have a seat. Yes. Here already. Have a seat. Mr. Phi was the first to speak. Sorry for calling you all of a sudden. No problem, Mr. Phi. So why'd you call us here? Actually, this has something to do with the reason we come to Celestia Academy. Reason for your visit? Mr. Phi and Sir Orpheus glanced at each other. I came here at the request of the headmaster. According to her, a lot of strange things have been going on around the academy recently, starting from the dragon rampage at the beginning of the academic year, to a surge in monster activity that almost threatened the safety of the students. Orpheus was then silent for a moment. The headmaster asked me to investigate further about these events. Was all this really just a coincidence, or was it someone's doing? Someone was behind all that? I had no idea where this conversation was going. I'm here because of something else, but my objective is not that different from Sir Orpheus. Mr. Phi then looked at me. Tazzy, I heard you were always involved in these cases. Someone's out to get me, either directly or indirectly. What do you think about these cases? Did you notice anything unusual while interacting with all of them? I was unsure how to respond to Mr. Phi's questions. I dug up my memories of all those cases. Yes, Black Breeze. Someone's got malicious intent. All those cases. It was 2 cases. It was literally just 2 cases. Honestly, something felt weird. Something did feel weird about all those incidents. I took a deep breath before continuing. There was always a black breeze lingering around the scene. Black breeze? What do you mean? I briefly told them about my ability to see the color of the breeze. When I finished, Orpheus seemed to be processing my words. I see. Since we need to investigate these incidents further. Sir Orpheus then looked at Mr. Phi before nodding at each other. Tazzy, Ash, Val, would you like to help us? We've got a test coming up. Why do you need our help? We really want to solve these cases by ourselves, but we can't. Someone's watching our movements. We can't move freely. Mr. Fire carefully observed each of us. We would like to ask your help, because you are directly involved in the cases we just discussed. I was still trying to process all the information I heard. It was all so sudden. But what can we do to help? Just continue being a trouble magnet, I guess. Val, I'd like you to investigate the Skyway Dragon incident. Remember how it lost control and rampaged in the Academy Station? We suspect there's a reason why such a docile creature would do such a thing. Me? Are you sure? Yes, I think you are the right person for this case. Your family has a lot of dragons as pets, right? I believe you're more than capable of handling this dragon too. Okay, leave it to me. Wait, he has a lot of dragons as pets? How big is his house? I decided to set that thought aside for now. Ash, I have another mission for you. About the increase of monster activity? Dorothea smiled at Ash. Bingo! Exactly. I sense an energy similar to the source of the monsters in the previous case. Fortunately, this energy is weak, but they are scattered in several places. I want you to investigate them. Gonna turf it. Okay, good night, Dinky. Ash seemed to be thinking about Orpheus's instructions. Stretch, good idea. What do you think, Dazzy? Would you like to help us? Big stretch. Don't you think these tasks are too dangerous? So Orpheus didn't answer me right away. You're right. This mission can indeed be dangerous. But that's why we want you to help Ash and Val, Tazzy. Save the game. Good idea. Thank you. And if you help us, so Orpheus and I can give you extra magic lessons. Magic lesson? Why all of a sudden? As I mentioned before, our movements are currently being watched. That's why we can't investigate these cases openly. We don't want to arouse suspicion. But if Sir Orpheus and I were to give extra magic lessons to students, as guest teachers will not attract suspicion at all. Good idea, we can teach some combination magic. Combination magic? What's that? In short, a way to combine the magic of multiple people to unleash greater power. This technique will definitely come in handy for your trials in academic life. Ooh, power of friendship. My curiosity was sparked. Combination magic sounded interesting. Let us show you an example then. So Orpheus glanced at Mr. Fye. With a nod, Mr. Fye began casting a spell. That's exactly what you probably need if you need to channel through Valtic. Yeah, it's all falling into pieces. Falling into places. Pieces are falling into place. Just then, a water spear the size of his palm appeared. So Orpheus then engulfed the water spear with his icy mist. Disperse. In a split second, the water disappeared. The water dispersed and fell like rain. However, as soon as the water touched my skin, it instantly froze into ice. I didn't know that things like this were possible with magic. I started to understand how combination magic worked. Something like that. Jerry and Barry can do that too. La-di-da. Loo-di-da. Ta-da! Suddenly, cherries and berries started to fall like rain. Cute! Cute, right? Yes! Wow, you girls are so good at this! Cherry and Berry looked happy hearing my compliment. Mr. Fire just watched us with a smile before guiding us back to our main topic. So, what do you think? Would you accept these missions? I decided to give their offer more thought. I glanced at Val and Ash. I'd rather... You know, I did just save the game, so... Let's check. I want to see a dragon. I want to hang out with a dragon. Okay, I'll help with this investigation. Really? Thank you very much, Tazzy. Bye, Cherry wants to come too. too. Can we? Can we? I couldn't help but laugh at Cherry and Berry. Then he looked at us. If Tassie and the others allow it, you may join them. Tassie, Val, Ash, can we come? I couldn't say no when I saw Cherry's adorable puppy eyes. Of course. Sure. I don't mind either. Hooray! Cherry's going with Val, okay? Fine, come with me to the station. But let me join you, Ash. Please do. After you're done, please come back and report to us. Without delay, we set off to our respective destinations. Val and I went to the Academy station together. Several months had passed since the Skyway Dragon went out of control. The station had returned back to normal. Wow, this station is huge! This is Cherry's first time in a place like this. Then later, let's visit different places together, okay? Really? Hooray! I started observing my surroundings. Well? Where's the dragon? You know where the dragon is? I think we should ask the staff for permission to see the... We already got permission from the staff. I mean the guest staff, but like we got permission. Let's find a staff member first. We approached one of the staff members who was on duty. Excuse me, can we see the Skyway Dragon from the Demon Realm? Skyway Dragon? What for? We were asked by one of the teachers to check on the situation. He wants to make sure everything's ready before the trial of Demon next week. I took out the teacher's emblems. Teacher's emblem that Mr. Fire had lent him earlier. Ah, I see. Wait a minute, let me get the key to the cage. The staff member left us and entered a nearby room. At that moment, I couldn't help but smile at Val. When did you come up with that excuse? I mean, it's not really an excuse, it's truth. Val smiled confidently. Well, we were really asked by a teacher to check on the Skyway Dragon, right? I chuckled at his reply. When the staff returned, we followed him to where the Skyway Dragon was. The dragon was lying in his cage. When he heard our footsteps, he cast a quick glance at us, but he didn't react any further. He looks so listless. Is he okay? The staff was silent for a moment. Actually, ever since he went on a rampage at the start of the academic year, this dragon has changed. He's still doing his job as usual, but he becomes much more lethargic and quiet. We don't know what happened to him either. Did they traumatize this poor dragon? After a brief explanation, the staff said he would accompany us. I glanced at him and then whispered to Val. Looks like we're being watched. Our movement is limited. If the station finds out about our investigation, Mr. Fire's plan will be in vain. Out of curiosity, Cherry joined us. Val, Tassie, what are you guys talking about? I explained our situation to her. Oh, then leave it to Cherry. Without hesitation, Cherry used her magic. Out of nowhere, the scent of cherries permeated the air around us. Why do I feel like eating cherries? I can't take it anymore. I have to eat cherries now. Relatable. The man was hypnotized. He ignored us and rushed outside. Meanwhile, Val and I were at a loss for words. What did you do just now, Cherry? Cherry just made the member of staff want to eat cherries so much that he left his post. You now Val and Tassie can do their mission freely, right? I wasn't sure how I felt about Cherry's magic. Even though she's cute, Cherry can be scary too. By the way, Berry is even better. She can make people go so crazy that they can't live without Berry. Oh my god. I'm glad these fairies are on our side. Oh my god. Yeah, that's scary. After the staff left, we focused on our investigation. I watched the dragon carefully. Dragons are usually full of energy. What happened to this one? Maybe Mr. Dragon is hungry? Cherry flew closer to the dragon. However, I was taken aback when the surrounding breeze suddenly turned red. Cherry! Stop her. Stop approaching him. Right then, the dragon grew furious and opened his mouth. I grabbed Cherry right before the dragon bit her. That's not an edible cherry. Almost. Cherry almost became Mr. Dragon's food. Something is weird. Dragon is supposed to be docile and non-aggressive. I looked back at the dragon. The red breeze surrounding him had turned grey. Weakly, the dragon let out another sigh. His eyes welled up with tears as if in pain. He looked sad, or rather, in pain? That's why he's sensitive to things around him. Pain. Belle observed the dragon from head to tail, but there are no visible external wounds. Val and I were both lost in our own thoughts. Harry knows why. There is impure magic energy from Mr. Dragon. Harry can feel it. Impure magic energy? Harry nodded. It comes from Mr. Dragon's body, but Cherry doesn't know exactly where. Val and I glanced at each other. I'll have a look at it. But he might attack you. Don't worry, I can handle it. Even though Val said that, I was still worried. Harry felt the same way, especially after what had just happened. But as I looked at Cherry, an idea popped into my head. How about we... distract the dragon? With cherries? Did we distract the dragon? What do you mean? I want to ask Cherry to produce cherries with her magic. We can distract him with fruits while you check his body. What do you think, Val? Cherry? Val smiled at my idea. He then gently patted my head. I like your idea. Cherry loves it too. Without waiting any longer, we put this plan into action. Cherry used her magic to produce fresh cherries. Ta-da! Thank you, Cherry. Slowly, I approached the dragon. At first, he seemed wary. His piercing gaze lingered on me. Won't hurt you. I gave him some time to get used to me. When the dragon sensed that I was not a threat, he began to relax. Good boy. Would you like some cherries? I offered the cherries to him. The dragon sniffed my hand and then started eating the cherries. Wary of Cherry, yep. His face relaxed as he tasted the sweetness of the fruits. Dragons like cherries? Val, now's your chance. With a quick glance, I signaled to Val. Leave the rest to me. While the dragon was distracted, Val started checking the dragon's body. Search for the source of the impure magic energy, like Cherry said. From the dragon's spine to behind the wings and under the belly, he left no spot unchecked. What's this? Something weird's here. At that moment, Val plucked a murky stone from between the dragon's claws. A pebble. This is the source of that impure magic energy. Its strength must have weakened after a few months. However, Mr. Dragon must have been in pain when he first came into contact with this pebble. The moment Val picked up the stone, the dragon suddenly rose to his feet. Excited grunts escaped from his face lit up with joy. Hooray, it worked! Mr. Dragon said thank you. The dragon nuzzled his head into Val and me in gratitude. Keep your spirits up, big boy. I hope you don't feel the pain anymore. After that, we bid farewell to the dragon. After telling the staff that our business was over, Val and I looked at the murky rock earlier. Val, do you know what this stone is? No, I haven't seen one like that. But I think with this evidence, we can assume that someone is behind this incident. Who's the real culprit? What are they after? But I knew thinking like that wouldn't get us anywhere. Val, Terry wants to return to Vi as soon as possible. I asked Terry to report back if we found anything. Are you sure you can go back by yourself? Of course, Terry already knows the way back. Okay, we'll catch up with you soon. Bye, Val, Tassie. After Terry left, Val and I decided to take a break. As I observed the station, I couldn't help but feel nostalgic. It reminds me of our first meeting here. Pretty boy. When you saved me? That was embarrassing. I get embarrassed when I think about it again. At that time, I was so helpless that I had to be saved by you. Bell smiled at me. His face was getting closer. I'm glad I was able to save you. Although, to be honest, I didn't expect to see you again after that. His golden eyes were now locked on me. Fate works in strange ways. But I'm thankful that it brought us together. In that second, my heart skipped a beat. Val's words made my face feel hot. Flustered, I tried to change the subject. What would have happened if the dragon incident didn't happen back then? Would we still have met and become as close as we are? Without hesitation, Val answered me. Of course. Even if that incident didn't happen, we would still meet. How can you be so sure? Val took some time before answering me. He gently stroked my cheek. We were so close that there was barely any space between us. He kept his eyes locked on me, engulfing me completely. Because you're different from the others. You're so unique and charming, Tassie. Sooner or later, I would have noticed you and made my way to you. And then Val didn't continue his sentence, but somehow I understood what he was about to say. Probably because Val's feelings were conveyed through his eyes. He gently gripped my hand. As his face drew closer, the gap between us disappeared. Why are we kissing in the middle of the station? I let Val land his lips on mine. The warmth of his lips made me drift into a sea of emotions. My heart was racing faster and faster with each passing moment. Still, I enjoyed every second I spent with Val. With each breath I took, I silently thanked fate yet again for bringing me to this sweet man. Aww. It's a good thing Cherry left. She would have been third wheeling hard. After getting enough rest, we went back to the academy. Before parting ways, Val told me that he would report the findings of our investigation to Mr. Pye. Fortunately, Val and I managed to find out what was wrong with the Skyway Dragon. Now I just needed to check on Ash. I better help the others too. One clue is far from enough. If I can find more clues from the other case, surely we can draw a clearer conclusion. I should call it a day. Help Ash. Help Ash, yep, obviously. Yeah, just leave. It's like, nah, I'm good. I also went to Ash's location. We arrived at a park near the academy. This is the place? Yes, Orpheus said this is the first place. We have 4 more places to check after this. That's a lot of places. I paid attention to my surroundings. An unsettling feeling began to take hold of me. The park is always full of visitors. If there's an energy source that can spawn monsters, there'll be many victims. Ash nodded. That's why we have to prevent that from happening. I smiled at Ash. You're right. I started to look around. Percy, do you know what the source looks like? I nodded my head firmly. I saw it while I was helping Damien. Back then, the monsters came out of a black fog. So Orpheus said the energy he felt was weak. Maybe this energy source isn't as big as the fog that I saw. Percy's right. This time the energy source is a black glow. I'm glad I went with Damien. My experience is useful for this mission. Barry then began to fly towards the end of the park. I can feel impure magic energy from over there. Please follow me. Wasting no time, Ash and I followed Barry. Could be around here. Let's try find it. Together we started checking places Barry mentioned earlier. Until I finally found something odd from behind the bushes. Despite its small size, it emitted a pitch black glow. I immediately knew this was the energy source we were looking for. I called Ash and Barry to let them know what I found. This is the source of the impure magic energy that I felt earlier. But what should we do? What should we do now? At that time, Ash stepped forward while preparing to cast a spell. Leave the rest to me. Ash, do you know how to deal with impure magic energy? Ash nodded. Yes, no wonder Orpheus left this task to me. He once taught me a spell to purify things like this, so let me handle it. Ash closed his eyes and started to concentrate. After casting a short spell, his hands were surrounded by light. Purify. Slowly, the black glow earlier was followed by the light. At that moment, I saw something fall as the black glow faded away. What's this? A murky stone? Magic stone. Seems to be what caused the black glow to form. I started to observe this stone carefully. This is the same stone that I found with Val. Ash, do you know anything about this stone? Unfortunately, I don't. I've never seen a stone like this before. Let's keep it for now. There might be a similar stone in the next place. I agreed with Ash and kept the stone. After that, we visited the next places and repeated the same thing. Finally, we've come to the last place that we needed to check. As usual, we split up to find another source of energy. Ash, I found it! Barry led us to the end of the road. The black glow we were looking for was behind a pillar, blending into the shadows around us. The energy source is really well hidden this time. Thanks for finding it, Barry. I stepped closer to the black glow. He then prepared to cast his magic. But suddenly, I got a bad feeling. Something's off. However, Ash was in a state of deep concentration and kept chanting the spell. For some reason, Barry was starting to become wary too. Daddy, I feel a sudden increase in magic energy. An increase? Yes, over there. Just then, a blinding light began to fill my eyes. A magic circle appeared and started to glow. Oh, action! This is a trap. The magic will explode. This is bad. Tatty, take cover. Ash couldn't move because it was in the middle of casting the spell. I immediately took out my fan. The magic was about to explode. I have to protect Ash. I'd better repel the magic. Run and protect it. Ah! Deflect! I flicked my fan quickly. My gust of... Too late! My gust of wind managed to fend off the explosion. Ezzy, are you okay? Yes, don't worry about me, Ash. Just focus on your spell. Let me protect you. Ash smiled at me. Okay, I'll leave the rest to you. Ash returned to focus on casting his magic. That was when Barry warned me again. Cassie, there's another increase in magic energy from over there. I warded off each activated magic trap according to Barry's instructions. A few moments later, Ash completed his spell. Purify! Yes, I'm the best bodyguard. As the black glow disappeared, the magic traps also stopped appearing. Ash, Barry, and I let out a sigh of relief when everything came to an end. Ash immediately checked up on us. Anyone hurt? None at all. I then picked up the murky magic stone that fell to the ground when the black glow disappeared. We found this stone in every location. With these evidences, plus the magic trap, I think we can conclude that there really is a culprit behind all this. Not only that, I think this culprit is very cunning. Because of the magic trap they set? Ash nodded. Seems like they realize that someone is trying to thwart their plans. They can only set the trap in one location to catch us off guard. If you weren't here, we'd be... Ash didn't continue, but I understood what he meant. There was a moment of silence. Everyone was lost in their own thoughts. Dazzy, Ash, I'll head off first to prepare to report to Orpheus. He asked me to keep him updated if anything happened. I see. Be careful on the way back, Barry. We'll catch up with you soon. Pudding. Barry waved her hand and then rushed off. Meanwhile, I was still trying to calm myself down. My heartbeat was still frantic from what just happened. I'm glad I came with you today. Because I could protect you. Good thing you weren't hurt at all. Ash smiled at me. Oh yeah, here it is. We're getting another smooch. He slowly slipped his hand between my fingers. I didn't get to say this earlier. Thanks for protecting me, Tuzzy. His gaze was locked on me. From the start, I knew that this mission would go well once you agreed to come along. Because you're a strong woman. Being with you makes me feel comfortable enough to surrender every part of myself to you. My heart started beating faster in response to Ash's words. Happiness flooded my heart. I've never felt this way in Glacier. My kingdom is filled with people who are ready to betray me at any moment. That's why I can't let my guard down for a second. To be honest, a life like that is exhausting. I stopped talking. His gaze shifted towards the sky as he drew in a deep breath. I thought my life at the academy wouldn't be much different. People will always hide their rotten hearts. That's why I had no intention of trusting anyone in this academy. But... Ash's grip tightened. His eyes were now looking at me gently. You changed everything. He tugged me closer into his embrace. With us so intimately close, I could admire the captivating features of Ash's face. Thanks to you, I learned how to trust someone. Meeting you was the most beautiful thing that happened in my life. Unconsciously, my lips curled up for a moment. My stomach was filled with butterflies, because I felt the same way with Ash. Ash, whatever happens, I'll never betray you. At that moment, Ash pulled my hand towards his chest. I could clearly feel his heartbeat. In that case, I will entrust all of myself to you. His deep voice rang in my ears. Our faces were getting closer and closer. Unconsciously, my eyes closed. A second later, I felt something soft kissing my forehead. Through his kiss, a wave of emotions waved over me. As every inch of my body was filled with this sweet sensation, I realized that to Ash, I could also entrust all of me. After that, we went straight back to the academy. Because that's... what a way to kill a mood. As soon as we got there, Ash excused himself to give the magic stone we found to Sir Orpheus. Bye! At last, I'm glad that I could help both Val and Ash. Time to go back to Sir Orpheus and Mr. Fye to report everything. I decided to go back to Mr. Fye and Sir Orpheus's study. Everyone was already gathered. Ah, you're finally back. See, I hope I didn't interrupt anything. Of course not. Ash and Val then reported the results of their respective investigations. So you two found similar magic stones while investigating each case, which means these two cases are related. Not only that, the culprit of these two cases could be the same person. Sir Orpheus and Mr. Fye fell silent. They seemed to be thinking about something. Sir Orpheus then put away the magic stone and smiled at us. Thank you very much, Ash, Val, Tazzy. Next year we managed to get a new lead. After this, we'll continue the investigation. Sir Orpheus and Mr. Fye both stood up. Now let's start our extra lesson. We better move to the academy grounds so we can practice more freely. Carrie is coming! I want to watch too! I was so excited. Without delay, we all headed for the academy grounds. Sir Orpheus and Mr. Fye immediately started our extra lesson. To put it simply, you just need to harmonize your magic waves, then unleash them at the same time. Harmonize our waves? Relax, it's not that hard. Mr. Fye started giving us detailed instructions. After he finished, he told us to try it. For the first try, I did it with Val. Are you ready, Tazzy? Of course. Val took my hand. We both followed Mr. Fye's instructions. Slowly, I poured my magic energy along with Val. We cast our spell at the same time. Thunderstorm! My wind spell covered a certain area. Then Val's electricity ran through it, shocking anyone within. Hopefully there wasn't anyone in. Who did we shock? We did it! Yeah, we did it together. After that, I tried it with Ash, so no storm this time? Bzz, yeah. We joined hands while harmonizing our waves. With focused minds, Ash and I cast a spell together. Blizzard! As before, my wind spell covered a certain area. Then Ash's ice spell flowed inside. The area inside was so cold it could freeze anything within it. Good job, Tazzy. Okay, now Val and Ash, you do it together. Thanks, Ash. However, in the middle of our rehearsal, I could hear someone's footsteps approaching. Looks like you guys are doing something interesting. Do I get to do it with Luke now? Wait, what do I do with Luke? Like, leaf storm? Can we join in? Good afternoon, everyone. Luke was smiling and waving at us from behind Miss Lolly. Miss Lolly? Luke, have you finished your extra lesson? Yep, Luke's learning speed is much faster than I thought. We were just about to end the class when I saw you guys doing something interesting. So I brought Luke here. Miss Lolly glanced at Mr. Fye and Sir Orpheus. You guys are teaching them combination magic, right? Correct, it's an extra lesson. Luke, would you like to join them? I think this spell will also be useful for you in the future. Sure, I'd love to. Maybe we can teach them that one. Are you talking about that spell? You know, that spell. The spell that we all know what you're talking about. Ah, since all four of them have different elements, huh? We looked at it. We looked into each other's eyes. We didn't understand what the teachers were talking about. What does he mean by that magic? Arcana. In order to use this magic, you need at least 3 different elements. It has tremendous power, but of course the spell is more challenging to use. What do you think? Interested? Everyone seemed eager to learn it, but I still had doubts. Can we master such difficult magic? Ash, Val, and Luke looked at me at the same time. They were waiting for my decision. Could I accept Miss Lily's offer? What's with the... Maybe next time. Of course. Like, what is with these options? It was like, now, pass. I know this is a plot relevant thing, but nah. Ash, Val, and Luke smiled at the same time. All of us gave the same answer. Please teach us. The teachers were happy to see our enthusiasm. They started to explain everything in detail. Now, all you have to do is try it together. We stood in a circle, facing each other. It's really hard to use a spell. We have to match our magic waves. But I think we can do it. Oh, there's lyrics. Because I believe in all of you. You know, there's emotional music playing. There's no way we can fail. Ash, Belle, and Luke smiled at me. We all joined hands and focused our thoughts. A large magic circle appeared above us. Slowly, the light was getting brighter. I poured all my magic energy into the circle. At first, I started to feel an overwhelming pressure surrounding me. It was getting hard to breathe. Maybe because I wasn't used to using this much magic energy at once. However, at that moment, the grip on both my hands felt tighter. Ash, Val, and Luke's warmth flowed through me. And the music started again. That's right. I wasn't alone. My friends were here. And I trusted them. My boys! Their presence made my body feel lighter. I could feel my friends' magic energy. It was so comfortable and relaxing. Arcana! A pillar of light emerged and soared into the sky from our magic circle. For a brief moment, there was a gentle pause in my heartbeat. The sight was so mesmerizing that I couldn't tear my eyes away from it. This year's students are really talented. I never thought they'd get it right away. Seems like they trust each other completely. Because the most important thing in this magic is not power. It's trust. A wave of happiness washed over me, filling every corner of my body. As we successfully brought together our power. Today we turned a new page, hand in hand. In the blink of an eye, a week had passed. The day for the trial of Demon has arrived. All students rode the Skyway Dragon provided by the Academy to go to the Demon Realm. Once I arrived, I was immediately enchanted by the beautiful sight of the Demon Realm. Val mentioned that the Demon Realm was devoid of any sunlight. This realm is forever adorned with a starry night. In contrast to the Angelus realm, the architecture in the Demon realm was less intricate, yet still elegant. At the heart of the city, a majestic clock tower stood tall. All Celestia Academy students, please gather here. Mr. Mask gathered all the students to begin the explanation for the trial of Demon. But I was distracted when I saw Finn in the crowd. Finn, what are you doing here? I walked over to him and patted his shoulder. Of course he's here. Why wouldn't he be here? Sis, he's my servant. Of course he needs to go with me wherever I go. Lilith. Are you not thinking of his safety? This trial could be dangerous for him. But Lilith just laughed at me. Are you in a place to worry about other people right now? Think about your own safety first. Finn, let's go. I don't want to stand next to this stupid girl. Then she simply left. Sis, don't worry. I can take care of myself. Keep fighting. Good luck on this trial, sis. After cheering me on, Finn followed Lilith. I could only sigh as I watched Finn walk away. I hope he doesn't get hurt during the trial. Order, everyone. I'll explain the rules for this trial. Listen carefully because I won't repeat it. Mr. Mask's voice pulled me back to the matter at hand. Right, I have to focus on the trial first. All students' attention was now on Mr. Mask. The rules are simple. Each group only needs to find one glass key, then submit it to me before the trial ends. Simple, right? One glass key. Mr. Mask then showed us a clear glass key. By the way, this key contains Angelus magic within it, so you won't be able to duplicate it in this realm. Don't worry, the facility has placed them in obvious places, but... A sly smile spread across Mr. Mask's face. Oh, it's musical chairs. There's not enough for everyone. There are only 5 keys in total for you to find. In an instant, a commotion broke out among the students. There are only 5 for all of us? But there are dozens of teams in this trial. You'll have to fight. Mr. Mask laughed with satisfaction at the students' reaction. This trial would be boring if we didn't give it a little spice, right? Last thing you need to remember is there is no prohibition against forcefully taking a glass key from other teams. And there is no limit to the number of keys that a team can collect. Many students began to see where this was going. Excitedly, they started getting ready. At that moment, I realized just how difficult this trial would be. You've got to be joking. Is this still called a trial? Didn't expect it to be this interesting. Looks like this trial is going to be exhausting. This is even wilder than I thought. Oh. You have 3 days until the trial ends. Do whatever it takes to ensure your team's victory. Stealth, violence, whatever. Everything is allowed in this trial. This is a survival game. Yeah, I was about to ask, like, is killing other students okay? Apparently it is. It's a death game. Jesus. Chapter 10, Secret Agent M. Yeah, this is where they wanted me to stop it before the game came out. I understand why. Chapter 11, A Hostage. Okay, I'm gonna call it here. My throat is really bothering me and I don't think I should keep talking. Okay, so this is where we're gonna pick up next week. Yeah, I will make sure my throat's better by then, don't worry. Yes, yeah, I'll see what I can find. Let's find someone to raid into then. Oh, Ellie Cutie's playing A Sucker for Love First Date. Looks like she's doing charity streams. Yeah, that's it. That seems like a good option. We'll continue kissing like the dating game train. And she rated me a while ago, so this would be it's time for me to rate her. Okay, so thank you all for coming. I will stream this again same time next week. And yeah, I appreciate everyone that came. Yeah. Okay, bye.